Good morning, learners. I welcome you to this class for learning, and we are going to learn something different today. Now, before we begin today, new chapter, I want you to show you a picture. Look at this picture, and you're going to reflect over this question. What comes to your mind when you see this picture? I'm sure you would have a similar ideas which I have put on the board or on the screen. Okay. Now, first one is freedom. Okay, when you look at the flag and the people, this Mahatma Gandhi and his colleagues are moving towards for something. Obviously, Salt March, and this also talks about revolt. Now, when you see this all three answers, you would have also different answers related to this picture. No problem. Keep them all at the back of your mind. Okay. Now, when you combine this freedom or the freedom struggle, Salt March, revolt, civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement, all this will be there in your mind. No problem. They are all suitable or associated to this picture. Okay. So, the next my question is, as I give you the introduction to the chapter, now this is a very important question for all of us. How did we get the idea of nationalism in India? Here we have to focus the word nationalism. Okay. Did we succeed into it? That is again very important question. If we succeeded, how? How did we succeed into it? Okay. So, nationalism altogether, we have to discuss this question and come up with the answers. Now, when I say how did we get the idea of nationalism in India, I am sure you have learned this, the nationalism idea, the concept in the previous year in the 9th standard. Okay? When we did the French Revolution, over there it gives us the clear picture of what the people of France wanted for their own country. So, we have got the idea of France, or rather you can say from Europe. Okay. Now, did we succeed into it? Yes. We chased the British from India and we had our own way of ruling. We made the constitution and we started following, okay, from 1947 onwards. Now, how? The last question. We went through lots of struggles. Okay. Many leaders have sacrificed their lives, okay, in order to get nationalism or to make our country independent from their hands. So, these were the questions before we go into chapter we needed to know. Okay, let's move ahead. The name of the chapter is Towards the Nationalism, or the rise of nationalism in India. You can see a few pictures I have taken from the struggle movement from India. Okay. Now, these are the main points we will take one by one, which are very important related to nationalism in India. First, we have First World War, which was occurred in 1914, or rather we can say from 1914 to 1918. In that, we also had the forced recruitment. We will look at that as well. And the second would be Khilafat movement, unity among Hindus and Muslims. That was again very, very crucial point for the Indians to handle it. And the third one is non-cooperation movement. Who started, why it was started, again we will learn in detail. So, let's move ahead. Forced recruitment, now which came during the First World War. And who was ruling in India at that time? The British. We had the British government. During the time of the First World War, what did the British do? They were forcing us to join the First World War, and they put a condition that they will give us the freedom. But actually, did it happen? No, it did not happen. Okay. Now, I have classified, or rather defined, the definition of forced recruitment. Okay. A process by which the colonial state forced to join the army. And who were forced? We Indians. Indians felt angry. Now, Indians did not feel or felt angry because we were forced. There was another issue. The problem was there was a shortage of food as well. Now, once say there's a shortage of food, and plus we were asked to join the army. It was not possible for the Indians to do that. As a result, they felt angry, they got agitated and revolted against the British when they asked for the forced recruitment. Okay. Now, so what was the action? Now, people took the action for doing something seriously in India. So, first one was the foreign goods boycotted. Foreign goods boycotted. Secondly, liquor shops were picketed. Third, foreign clothes burnt out. Now, these three were really strong action done by the Indians during the 19th century. Okay. Now, when I say foreign goods were boycotted, they stopped using the foreign items which came from Europe, and Gandhiji made the Indians to use khadi clothes instead of the foreign goods. Liquor shops were picketed. They were banned in India. Liquor shops. Picketed here, I have written the meaning below it. A form of demonstration or protested by which people block the entrance to a shop or a factory or office. That's called picketed. And third, foreign clothes were burnt. Now, above I said not only the clothes, any foreign item which came from abroad or from Europe, it was banned. Now, here if you see the third one, foreign clothes were burnt. Gandhiji and his team said no usage of the foreign clothes. So, we depended on khadi clothes. Let's move ahead. Now, Khilafat movement, very important movement in India. Okay, I will tell you why it was so important for the Indians to deal with, and a people of India during the 19th century went through a tough time. Okay, when we talk about the Khilafat movement. Now, here is a picture. You will see Britishers are one side, and they're the Indians fighting for something, obviously, and that's the Khilafat movement. Now, person who started this, Mahatma Gandhi, he felt very ashamed. Why he felt ashamed? Because without the unity of Hindus and Muslims, he cannot go ahead with the nationalism or the freedom struggle. That was the point where Gandhiji felt very bad. So, he stopped this. Okay, the other movements were started earlier, like civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movements. He wanted to clear the point with the Hindus and Muslims. Okay, so that how can he bring the movement up without the Hindus and Muslims together, or rather in a unity of two, so Hindus and Muslims. Now, Muslims were in minority, Hindus were in a majority. So, they had a fear in them that what will happen if Khilafat movement is not got its identity or recognition. They will be wiped out. So, who initiated this Khilafat movement? The two brothers, okay, Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali. These two brothers were leading from the front for their own nation, wanted to be a Pakistan as a different nation. Now, Mahatma Gandhi, to bring them closer to each other, he went through a tough time along with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Now, these two did a tremendous job in order to bring both the communities together, but it was not a successful plan for them, but they tried their best. Okay, that's called the Khilafat movement, where Muslims wanted their own nation and Britishers helped them to have the kingdom, or rather the separate nation. Now, let's recap what we have learned so far. Okay, it's important that we should recap what we have learned in the class. So, my first question would be, when was the First World War occurred? And I am sure you would have remembered the year. It was from 1914 to 1918. Continued for 4 years, the First World War. Second question would be, what was the main idea of Khilafat movement? The main idea of Khilafat movement was that the Muslims wanted to have their own separate electorate or the separate nation. As we move ahead, the third question would be, who started the non-cooperation movement and why? The person who started was Mahatma Gandhiji along with his team, and the reason why he started non-cooperation movement was to give the message to the British what the Indians wanted actually. Okay, and if we were going to we were not going to cooperate with them, you know what would have happened. Okay, so non-cooperation means we were not going to cooperate with them, so that we will get the freedom, they will getting the message from Indians. And the fourth question is, what do you mean by the forced recruitment? Forced recruitment. When the Indians were not ready to join the army, but still the Britishers forced on Indians to join the recruitment and giving us the false conditions of fulfillment, saying that if you join, we will give you the freedom. And then last but not the least, picketed. What is the meaning of it? As you have seen it in the video or in the screen, picketed means a demonstration, and especially by the women who blocked the offices, maybe entrance of the factory. It was banned, especially the liquor shops. Okay, so these are the questions where you have to remember what we have learned earlier, and which give you that we have covered so far these points. Okay, thank you.